Hi lovies, welcome back to this channel. If you are new here, my name is Belinda's channel. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload a video, you'll be the first person to be notified. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for all the love and support. To those people that share my videos and leave commentaries and also educate, you guys are the real MVP. Thank you so much for all the love and support. All right, lovelies, let's dive in today's video. So, lovelies, I came across this video on my For You page on TikTok, and I thought to share with you guys where this sister left a comment saying that she's so scared of black people going back into slavery. I'm just going to roll the clip as well as some of the stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. All right, lovelies, let's dive into it.
This is a valid fear. And if you're not black, you may not understand or feel like this, but this is what trauma does, right? I don't know if this person was around during the crack epidemic. You know, when our Republican executive branch commanded the CIA to help some people deal cocaine in South Central Los Angeles and other cities nationwide. Really happened. Don't come for me. I'll hit you with the receipts. Don't do it. Google it. But we're going to think past that, right? We move on from Reagan and the hell that he was putting us through, and we get to Clinton. Mr. Sexy Saxophone on Arsenio Hall, who sold us this bill of goods that was all bullshit. Bill Clinton's in office, the crack epidemic is skyrocketing, right? CPAC, this conservative super PAC, writes a bill for a 10-year minimum federal sentence for having 3 to 5 grams of crack cocaine on your person. 3 grams. 3 grams of cocaine, 18 months in jail. 3 grams of crack, federal 10-year mandatory sentence. CPAC wrote that law. You remember CPAC, we must eradicate all forms of transgenderism from public life. CPAC, those people. They wrote that law. And Bill Clinton and his wife pushed that shit through Congress. The 3 strikes law, 10-year minimum, and the black community was all but destroyed. When I tell y'all, Democrats and Republicans are 2 faces of the same devil, what I mean is they're both capitalists. They're both putting money, property, and possession over human life. And if you have any questions about that, you're not paying attention to what's happening right now. Think about it. First charge for sexual assault. What often happens? Okay. First time you rob a bank, you are facing 20 years in prison. You face more time in prison for robbing a bank than you would sexually assaulting someone. Why? Because money, property, and possession are more important in capitalism than human life. They are wiping out a whole people because they want the land to stratify capitalism, to spread more capitalism. This is a global market. Capitalism is global. It's not just the United States. And if we don't start getting rid of these people, they're coming for you and me next. I say all of this to say slavery has been still happening. A lot of us already know it. It's not as simple voting for someone and thinking that shit's not going to happen. We voted Democrat, and we had the biggest spike in the 90s due to our Democratic president and his wife pushing the 3 strikes law and mandatory minimums through Congress. It's unforgivable.
Hey, I like your video, but I just want to say, as a black woman, that's not a valid fear. Your fear should be what happened if they try. Because I can only speak for me. I will burn this place to the ground before I let my kids go into slavery. Your fear should be if they try, and we want revenge instead of reparations. Because if y'all think that BLM caused a ruckus, try that. Please test the waters of the extent that black people will go through to protect their children. Because me personally, I will burn this place to the ground before I let them take my kids. So I don't think it's a fear that black people will be put back in slaves, because it's not going to happen. Your fear should be when we stop being nice and start treating everyone the way that they treated us. That's the real fear, honey. Be happy we don't want revenge, but we will if you try.
Their entire video and actively listen, especially if you're concerned about Project 2025, especially if you are concerned for black people and trans people, as you should be, because they do a very good job laying out how the right wing and the left wing both serve the same agenda, and that agenda is capitalism, which in the United States was founded upon racism and oppression. So many people are saying, but the Republican Party actively takes away rights and actively harms people, and at least the Democratic Party tries to stop it. No, they don't. They are playing good cop and bad cop. If you support the Democratic Party thinking they are the good guys, that makes you feel that you're doing the right thing, that you can trust them, you're protecting yourself, you're protecting others, and you are fighting against fascism. But they are not. So by all means, support the Democratic Party strategically, but be aware they are not the good guys, they're the good cop.
Like, seriously, lovelies, for one of us to actually still feel this way in this era, it makes you realize that there is a lot going on. There is a lot, black people actually taking. One wouldn't know what she have actually, experienced personally to make her feel that, okay, she's so, scared, or he so scared that we might go back into, slavery. I feel the same way sometimes, because of the way at which injustice has been made towards, black people. Anything that has to do with black people, it comes with a lot of injustice. Let's just assume that somebody, committed any kind of offense. The way at which they treat, black people is different compared from the way they actually treat someone of color or someone of other race, thereabouts. They treat us extremely so bad compared to even if when you have not committed anything. Like, let's take for instance, what really happens was last week when a cop decided to, barge into this, air guy who happens to be about 23 years old, and before you know it, is gunning this guy down, all because he felt that the guy is holding a weapon. He's holding a weapon that he's not directing to him. He actually, was invading, and this guy was on a FaceTime with his fiance. And before you know it, he was like, who is there? And he's not responding. And this person is also he's a first person. The next thing he could do was to just hold a weapon just in case, because when you invade someone's privacy, you ought to, give an alarm. You ought to, like, okay, I'm here. Like, he was just so all quiet, and this guy keep on repeating, who is there? Who is there? And he did not respond. Only for the guy, the black dude, to open his door, and he was just put down. And all of these things, they will tell me, is a mistaken. How long are we going to be seeing a mistaken identity, a whatever identity issues all the time? The same thing, the same kind of thing. the way at which they treat people of my own type of skin at workplaces, her healthcare system is just so different compared to other race. So I wouldn't even blame her if she like have this kind of fear of not being put back into slavery and all of that. But one thing I have to tell the sister or the brother that actually left this comment is that we are not our ancestors. We are not our ancestors. Even if they try as much as they can to strip out histories from school, so that we will be able to know what really happened during the past, so that when we see such occurrence, we'll know how to like face it. Even if they've done so much to keep it in a hidden agenda, we have find so many ways to actually reveal the truth. Like we have find so many ways to actually see the truth for ourselves. We have tried as much as we can to read and get exposed, to read and actually know what our ancestors went through. Even if they try as much as they can, because there's a video I posted where this group of guys, they're all like a kind of a drama trying to show us what black people experience in the past. They're actually pan-colored people. I posted that video before this. Even if their aim is to want these people to go back during like the way their forefathers, they cannot succeed. It can never be succeeded because the generation of today is so aware. Like they are so aware. If you forget our forefathers, they could not read. They were so manipulated. But I don't think that our generation can be manipulated just like our forefathers. I don't think that could actually happen in our time now. It can't, because people are aware. There are a lot of races. There are a lot of people. It's not all about black people anymore. Black people have mixed with so many races. People are aware. People know it when someone is being racist towards them. That is why sometimes when they say that, oh my God, black people are too sensitive, they react a lot, because we are trying to we do not want to be humiliated like before. We do not want to be treated the way our forefathers was treated. So I do not think that these people, even if they have the plans to do that, they cannot succeed. Even if they might actually succeed in times of economic wise, maybe trying to deprive of so many things. The Project 24 and all of that, try to make us not to have the liberty to make our own decisions and all of that. But in that level of our ancestors and how or what they passed through, I do not think that these people have the nerves to do that. So even if they are planning, the generation of today is something that anybody cannot even come and So I really understand with her. I also, like the people that actually stitched the video. I stitched their videos, they just gave their own opinion. Anyways, why not you, give me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. Do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We're just here for educational purposes. So please share this video, subscribe to this channel if you're here to do that, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one. You have watched up to this extent. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. Don't forget that we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We're just here for educational, informative purposes, guys. So please share this video, subscribe to this channel if you're here to do that, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.